today. It's hard to believe this is the 17th annual Jim Mudcat Grant Tournament that we're going to be sharing the results of today. We actually did hold that back on August 30th at the Links at Hiawatha. And today we're going to be sharing the results. One thing that I'm really very, very pleased with, we had over 30 celebrities that came in from around the country. We're talking about the greats like Jim Mudcat Grant himself, Vern Law, Al Downing, just as examples. And Al, of course, pitched here for the Triplets and shared a lot of the history on how it was for him coming to Binghamton, and how great Binghamton was. And all of these individuals for 17 years have been coming back year in and year out, not just to play golf, but because of these 4 great organizations that we support financially through this tournament. And now we've added the military with our homeless vets, which is inspiring everybody. But of course, I'm talking about the financial support for the Urban League, for the Boys and Girls Club, and for the food pantries at Chow and Catholic Charities. And it really does inspire all of these great professional players that come in because of the work that you do each and every day. We're fortunate to have with us representatives from all of the groups. But Mary Beth Smith, the Executive Director of the Boys and Girls Club, is going to speak on behalf of all 4 organizations. So Mary Beth. Always nice to see you.
You too. Well, on behalf of all of the organizations, I would like to thank Bruce and Rick and everybody here at Security Mutual, the City of Binghamton, our mayor, our county executive, everybody who adds to our community to make it a better place. Because we now are making our organizations better places. When I was asked to thank everybody, I asked all the other groups to give me an idea of where the funds will go that we will be getting. And as I read through them, I thought, everybody knows what we do at the Boys and Girls Club, at the Urban League, at Chow, and at Catholic Charities. What you may not know, or see, or hear about are the really beautiful, special things that we see every day at our organizations. When you think about your day at work, you get in and you have your to-do list, and we add to it and add to it, the phone's ringing, meetings, somebody calls from home, you have something to do, but we're able to take care of all that stuff because we have support, and we have co-workers, and we have the knowledge and the tools. Think of the people who don't have all that. People who go to Chow and Catholic Charities for help and for food and for support and for guidance. Think of those things. When you sit down to your desk later today and things get a little crazy, think about how we can handle them, and now how so many other people are handling them because of the fine work of these groups. We go home and have dinner every night with family members. That didn't always happen as often with some of the people that we work with. But now, again, thanks to Chow and Catholic Charities and the support we've been given from everybody here, that's a reality. And think of how special those moms and dads feel because they are providing for their family. We all feel good about it, and they've got to feel good about it. So when you're having dinner, think about it. Think about the little children who wake up every day. We don't know if there's somebody there getting them off to school. We don't know if somebody gave them breakfast. We don't know if somebody packed their backpacks and gave them a hug. But what we do know is at 3 o'clock, those little ones are going to go running into the Boys and Girls Club, into the Urban League. And they're going to be accepted. And they're going to be loved and cared for. Because we can do more things for them because of the support and generosity from this tournament. We are giving those little kids a sense of belonging and a sense of love and a sense of worth. And we are doing it more and more and more because of this. So think about that. When you're getting your children ready for school, think about what else you're doing. You're helping those other kids get ready for school and ready for life because they go to the Boys and Girls Club and to the Urban League. We're making them stronger and better. We're making this community stronger and better. Thank you for being a part of that.
encapsulating what all 4 organizations do. And you know, your statement on better, I want to thank you for making Binghamton a better place to live and work. And you really are making a tremendous difference. You know, and it's not just here in the community of Binghamton, it's in our entire county. And we're fortunate to have with us today Jason Garner, the county executive, and I believe, Jason, you'd like to say a couple words?
Sure. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you very much. So you've seen and heard about the work, the amazing work that these 4 wonderful organizations do, not just for people in the city of Binghamton that do great work in the city of Binghamton, but really throughout Broome County, serving the residents of Broome County. There's such a great need for all the services that these nonprofit organizations provide, and I think for Jim Mudcat Grant, I just thank you so much. I thank the foundation for putting on this tournament, and you know, it's really nice to hear about all the good things that you're now, you're able to provide even more of these great things in our community. So we really are thankful on behalf of the 200,000 residents. We're very thankful for Jim Mudcat Grant and the tournament that brings in this much needed funding. And once again, I want to thank Bruce Boyer and Security Mutual and all the wonderful employees here. Really, again, I say it, but I will keep saying it. Just when you think about the great people in business that care about this community, Bruce's name always comes up at the top, is always trying to find ways to help out the community, to help out the most vulnerable in the community. This is just the latest example of that. We really thank you for helping to coordinate all these efforts as well. Thanks again.
Thanks, Jason, and thanks for all the work that you're doing with the veterans. And you know, I get the fortune, or the good fortune, of being the spokesperson. We have a lot of people here who care an awful lot about this community. Mary Beth had mentioned before, Rick Shaw and Mary Rose Shaw, and the rest of our employees that do a lot of work here on this tournament. But it goes way beyond that in things that we're doing each and every day. So I want to give all our employees a round of applause and thank them. And again, I want to thank Jason for all the work he's doing, some of which will be coming a little bit later for the vets. I know you have some great plans. And one of the things that we're doing as part of our tournament, out on the 9th hole, we do put out, I call it a booth. It's really a box, not a lock box. But we ask for donations to support specifically 27 Pine Street, because I love the word transitional vet instead of homeless vet. And what we're doing there is we're raising money for the city. And we have a check that we're going to present to the Binghamton Local Development Corporation here this morning, showing the results of that. But beyond that, too, you know, some of the people who won prizes gave us the prizes back. Some are for food, for restaurants, for clothing. And they asked that these be given back to the transitional vets to help them on their journey of re-entering, which is pretty special. So I'm asking Jared Cram to come forward on behalf of the city. Those will have you distribute. Yep. But we also have, this is not the real check here. I just want to start out, we haven't done this together.
No, that's right.
So don't try to go next door and try to cash it, okay?
Yeah.
But $5,400 for the veterans. And it really is pretty incredible, the generosity of this community. One hole out at the tournament asking people to contribute, and we end up with over $5,000. This, by the way, is the real
That's
check.
the real deal? Okay.
Can you hold that till Friday?
All right.
I remember those days when I used to ask people to hold. You don't have to hold that one. We also have a special guest here today, happens to be a prior boss of mine, who's been at our tournament numerous times. And I mentioned that this is the 17th year of the Jim Mudcat tournament. Every year we do a hole-in-one on the 17th. We've never had a hole-in-one in those first 16 years, so you get the drift. On the 17th year, we did have a hole-in-one, and the thing that made this extra special, this guy plays a lot of golf. I only know because I used to work for him. We used to say, where is he? He's playing golf, let him play. So he got his first hole-in-one, which is a pretty incredible achievement. But I'm extremely pleased, and I asked him to come here today because he's played many times, but because of his generous gesture in supporting our great charities and the missions of the tournament. This individual, Peter Huff, has graciously declined any prize or award in connection with this hole-in-one achievement because he wanted to make sure we had all the resources available for you that we normally do in terms of the year. So I want to thank him. And I got a hold of Jim Mudcat Grant, and Jim Mudcat Grant and myself, Peter, if you would come over. We put together this acknowledgement for you and appreciation. Let me just read some of this. So this is an award to Peter P. Huff, my prior boss a long time ago, for achieving a hole-in-one on August 30th at the 17th hole at the 17th Jim Mudcat Grand All-Star Tournament held here at the Links Landing. He generously declining the prize or award in connection with this hole-in-one achievement. Mr. Huff has served as a shining example of the charitable spirit and mission of this tournament to help support education, recreation, wellness, and other programs offered by, I'm facing this way because we're talking about the Broome County Urban League, the Boys and Girls Club, and the food pantries at Child and Catholic Charities. So, my friend, thank you.
Actually, I used to live in Binghamton. I left here long before all of you were born. I lived here from 1936 to 1939. So my family would be proud to know that many years later, 80 some years later, I get an award like this to help out the town that we used to live in. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter, for all the years that you've come down to play, and thank you for your generosity.
That's very nice.
As a result of this. So maybe it would be appropriate for you to come and help me distribute the checks for charities.
These heavy.
These are heavy checks. So first of all, let me just explain what we're doing. So we have 4 checks, and each one of these checks, because if I give you the first one, you're going to know what the other 4 are. So they're all for $10,000 each are the checks that we have. So first, here we have Catholic Charities, the Boys and Girls Club, and the Urban League. So just in summary, on behalf of the community, I want to thank the Urban League, the Boys and Girls Club, and Child and Catholic Charities on the food distribution. Mary Beth did really capture it. It's hard to believe that people go home hungry. I want to thank you for the things that you do and how you inspire all the youth in our community each and every day. So thank you for making Binghamton a better place to live and work. It's incredible the need that is out there, but it's equally incredible the spirit that you have to satisfy that need. So keep up the great work. We're extremely proud of all 4 of you. And thanks again to the city for being the first city in the country to step up to eradicate homeless vets. We're very pleased with what you're doing also. Jason, again, thanks for what you're doing for the veterans and for our entire county in terms of making things work. So thank you, and the press is available to you if you'd like to say a few words. But thank you again for making this a better place to live and work. And thank you to the press for